Hey kids! So today we're going to do something a little different. I'm actually partnering with the Habit Burger Grill down here in LA. As you can see, I got the pool behind me. Kind of cool. So they reached out to me and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to show you really how to grill a burger. So here we go. Hey kids! So in the spirit of summertime and Father's Day, today we're going to be learning how to cook the perfect burger on an open flame. I'm partnering with Chef Adam from the Habit Burger Grill. He's way more experienced than I am, so we're bringing in the big guns this time. So whether you're grilling with your dad or your mom, or your best friend or your mentor, or your dog, or even by yourself, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna teach you how to do it right, okay? So first, I have a dad joke for you. Why was the man at the cookout so happy? He met the grill of his dreams. Anyway, let's get started. Adam, here we go. Yeah. So we're going to be doing it on an open flame. So why do we do it on an open flame compared to like propane? I have a propane at home, and yeah.
Well, I mean, I prefer to use the open flame for a couple of reasons. Number one is it imparts a lot of smoky flavor to the patties you're going to cook. I use this is mesquite wood. So mesquite wood's like a wood from Texas. It's a hardwood.
So even better than regular like charcoal that you get at the store. This is a mesquite wood that adds a nicer flavor to it.
And open flame, obviously, you know, you get a little bit more smokiness from when the patty starts to cook its juices and things.
Yeah.
So you get you know, the best of both worlds. You get a nice smoky charred product.
And this is how they do it at the Habit. They do it over an open flame.
Yeah, we do it over an high heat open flame.
Yeah.
And we cook it to order. Everything's cooked to order. We also use a custom seasoning blend. It's 1 part black pepper, 1 part salt, and 1 part garlic salt.
Okay.
It is just a nice additional kind of secret flavor, if you will.
Okay. What's your background, Adam? Where were you trained?
Well, I went to Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York.
Okay.
You know, some years ago, and I moved to Napa Valley and cooked in various places in Napa Valley, Auberge du Soleil, and then in 2000 I moved down to take a job at Disney and open their Grand Californian Hotel.
Oh wow! Okay.
I worked in the Napa Rose restaurant, which was the fine dining restaurant, and then a little bit after that, about 4 years after that, I went on to be the vice president of food and beverage for Mimi's Cafe, and then I joined the Habit, and I've been with the Habit Burger Grill since 2012. So quite a while, yeah.
Nice.
You know, and I think the key to what we do is, you know, you walk up and everything is fresh. We prep our own lettuces, and you basically everything gets cooked right in front of you. So it's an orchestration, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
Yeah, so the burgers are really good.
Yeah, we toast our buns to order and everything. So.
Nice. Okay. I like on my channel to try to break it down very simple so that everybody else can feel like they can do it and they don't have to be a master chef like yourself. So could you kind of walk us through each step?
Sure. I mean, here we have a fresh patty. Obviously, you could hand form your own. This is about an 80-20% blend of, so that's fat to lean ratio. So it's 80% lean.
So that's okay lean. Then, because a lot of times I'll see the 93%, and and it's more expensive, but a little bit of fat is actually okay.
Yeah, it's actually really good, especially if you're going to grill like we are over an open flame using mesquite wood, which is a hardwood, and that really imparts a lot of nice smoky flavors and gives it sort of what we call at the Habit Burger Grill the char effect.
Okay.
So it's generally pretty high heat. And again, you know, we're going to be cooking this as fresh as possible. It's all natural, and we'll season it with a seasoning mix. I'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So right now I'll start by I've already kind of seasoned the grill, and what that means is you can use a non-stick spray, or you could just rub it with a little bit of oil, whatever you would like.
So is that important to do that? Otherwise, your burger's going to be sticking.
It'll stick,
okay, so
especially if your heat's not right. You know, if it's a little under. If the coals are not necessarily ready, it'll definitely stick, and you'll have yourself a mess.
Okay. Well, we don't want a mess.
So you can hear by the noise the heat's pretty good on here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put like 2-3 on here, right?
Yeah.
I like to give it a little bit of a clip, just so it keeps it sort of straight, keeps it flat.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that either. That's optional. But now I'm gonna season it with a blend of black pepper, salt, and garlic salt. This is an even ratio, 1 to 1 to 1, and I season it on one side. That way it's got a nice flavor, but it's not overly seasoned or necessarily salty per se.
And this is similar. This is what how it's done at the
Yeah,
Habit.
this is how it's done at the Habit Burger Grill. We use the same blend. We make that in the back of the house.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So caramelize. Caramelization? What does that even mean, and how do you get there?
Well, caramelization, there's different ways to do it. You can do it in a pan, you can do it on a flat griddle, or you can do it on a grill.
Okay.
And it's just it's the effect with meat is turns it into a golden, like a char color, a golden color,
Okay.
which imparts flavor on it. So when you caramelize, you want to have it at a high heat.
Okay.
So and then the other thing you'll notice is I'm not messing with this. I haven't touched it. I'm only going to turn it one time. You certainly can turn your patties more, but I just like to do it that way. I got used to doing it that way, and I do that with my steaks also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just put the cheese on here now. It's an American cheese. Mm-hmm. So I just put it right on here. There's no trick to it. You know, if you do have a cover, you could cover it. In this case, we don't have the cover, but you know, that's just basics, and it'll melt pretty fast.
Right.
We found that when it melts, you know, it gets a creamy texture to it, and it gives a little bit more of a nuance of flavor. Is why we do it. That's why we do it. So
Yeah, sure looks good.
Yeah.
So do you have any pro tips that we didn't cover here?
It's up to you what you want to use as far as coals. Like I said, I like hardwoods. They're a little harder to work with and to lighten things, but they have a steady flavor system to them. You can get a really nice flavor with them. Make sure you season your grill, which again you can use, you know, an oil cloth, or you could use a nonstick spray. But that's important because it'll tell you two things. It'll tell you if it flames up a little bit, then you get the right temperature.
Yeah.
If it doesn't really do anything, you might not want to put your burger on just yet.
Well, so you said you could use a cloth when it's
it's
super hot.
You can just take like cooking oil and literally just.
Okay.
I would recommend using a pair of tongs like
Okay.
these.
Yeah.
And then just kind of seasoning it that way. I generally just use the nonstick. Another key tip, which is maybe a little bit more obvious, is seasoning. So you always want to season. You don't have to use this specific mix that I had mentioned, but I usually use like a kosher salt, or obviously salt and pepper. Fresh ground pepper is good. You can use a little bit of smoked paprika, which gives it a little smokiness.
Yeah.
So there's various seasonings you can obviously. There are burger seasonings that are out there. You could use those too. So
Yeah. But this is the one that the Habit uses.
right.
Okay.
And then one other tip also is I prefer to only flip it once.
Yeah.
And I do that with my steaks also, as I had mentioned previously. It's just a way for me to meter kind of how long I've been cooking it, as opposed to kind of flip.
Like I said, we tend to overcook ours, so I'm flipping them, flipping them.
And
flipping
I would recommend not really touching the burger. When you flip it once.
Yeah.
That way it's going to get that nice char and smokiness to it, and it'll really caramelize the hamburger.
So now that we've finally grilled the burger, I think this is an important step that people don't necessarily pay attention to. Do you normally toast the buns, and at the Habit?
Yeah, at the Habit we toast them on a flat griddle.
Okay.
But in this case at home, I would just recommend throwing it back onto the grill and just putting it on kind of after you've done your cooking. That way, it's not super hot. It's kind of cooled down.
Yeah.
And maybe 30 seconds.
Okay.
And you just want to get a little bit of grill marks on there.
So mayo. I do like my mayo.
Okay,
So,
that's great.
okay.
3 pickles.
3 pickles. Then
Lettuce.
my lettuce.
Yep.
Right? Okay. And about a handful.
Yeah.
Kind of
About a handful, yeah.
tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah.
And the key is the caramelized onions, which give it that nice sweet.
Okay,
Back
so
at the grill.
there you go. I think I'm actually good enough now to be able to work for the Habit Burger Grill. You think?
I believe so. I think so. You did a great job on that single char cheese.
Yeah, nice.
So, and hopefully learned a few tips for Father's Day grilling.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be. I think it's good, and I think it'll be good for everybody on my channel to learn, some little tips that maybe they didn't know about before.
Awesome.
And I know I learned a few things. So thank you so much for your time. And what are we doing tomorrow?
We're going up to Los Angeles to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, that's very cool. So what are we gonna do there?
We're
gonna show them.
teach them how to cook perfect burgers.
Yeah, I love that.
And,
I mean, how cool.
They eat free and have a good time. So.
Yeah, it'll be great. I love how the Habit. That's very much part of their MO, that they want to, give back, and
Right.
and they don't do it flashy. They just do it in subtle ways, and I love that. It was a natural fit for.
Definitely part of our culture.
Yeah, you know, because I get people reaching out on my channel to want to sponsor things, and I have to filter through them. And it was like when I met with you guys right off the bat, I felt like we had a very similar culture, you know, as far as what we're wanting to do.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciate that.
I think it's great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And,
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be able to eat a few burgers
it's always
too.
Good to give, right?
Yeah, exactly. So.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming on my channel.
Nice
Very
to
much
meet you.
appreciate having you on and getting to meet you, Adam.
Great. Thanks, Rob.
All right.